guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. How are you doing today? Today we're going to talk about our favorite subject, which is sales. All right, we got a great topic for our sales today, so let's go ahead and dive right on into it. What is our topic for today? Our topic for today is selling. Okay, how to sell more by actively listening. What did he say? I said selling. How to sell more by actively listening. You're probably going to actively listen. Well, I listen. Okay. Well, I thought I did for a long time. You know, I've been in sales, and I told you I'd tell you stuff that you probably hadn't thought about, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all. And our topic for today is basically active listening. What does it mean as a salesperson, and how can it make you more money? Well, here's the reality, guys. For a long time, I've been selling stuff. And I had a manager that I was working with the other day. This guy is unbelievable. I mean, this guy, he just is wonderful. He's very knowledgeable. And I have to give him some kudos because, he's taught me some special things that I hadn't thought about. And I thought I was a pretty good salesman. I thought I knew a lot, but there are ways. Remember, you can learn more. And one of the things that we were having a conversation about, he was watching me and I was taking notes and I was getting ideas for my videos and stuff like that. And he was like, what are you doing? I said, you got such great ideas and stuff, that, I'm listening to him talk about his presentation, what he expected for me to do and so forth. But I wasn't listening. I was taking bits and pieces and I was writing down ideas. Like, this is an idea that he gave me for a video, and he didn't even know it. And active listening. Now, if you are a person who is a salesperson or a business owner, customer service person, you need to listen to this, guys, because it really will help you to become a much better salesperson, business owner, customer service person. And the reason why is because, see, active listening, the basic definition of it is, preparing to listen. Preparing to listen. Yeah, man, that means you put down everything else. Now, you may have a little board or something with you where you write down information, but make sure that the information that you're writing down is going to be pertinent to the situation. Because customers, they want you to listen to them. That's why they're talking to you. And if you got a captive audience, you definitely want to have somebody, if somebody's, look, have you ever noticed how some people are twiddling, they're talking to you, they're fiddling on their phone, they're looking up stuff, they're looking around, and then you're thinking, are these people really listening to me? And in reality, they're probably not. They might be half-heartedly listening. And I've been there, I've done that, and I can say I'm guilty of, not listening. But actively listening means being prepared and being able to listen to what the customer has to say. Because a lot of times customers will tell you things, and if you listen, really listen, you'll be able to figure out, well, how can I help them purchase this? And they'll help you to learn how to sell them. They'll tell you stuff, and if you really listen, or should I say, if you don't listen, you may miss the cues, the questions that they need answering, the questions that are important to them, or maybe they'll say something, and if you didn't listen properly, then you may have missed that opportunity. And I'm not going to say that I've never missed an opportunity in sales. I've lost some really good sales because I wasn't actively listening. I hadn't really prepared myself. Basically, I was thinking about lunch. I was thinking about where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do after the sale. I wasn't putting myself in the position of a customer. Customers, they want to be heard. If they give you the time of day, guys, we really do need to listen. We truly do. And see, what's really cool is you need to watch they cue you with verbal and nonverbal cues. The things they say, their actions, maybe the folding of their arms, thinking, this person's not listening to me. I'm not interested in what they have to say. So they block out everything that you say. And by having those nonverbal cues also, if you listen, you'll be able to hear the information that's interesting to them. They may need for you to give them a little bit more features and benefits. They may need for you to go back over a detail, or maybe if you listen, they may say the reason why they can't, and you can maybe consider a way listening by going, okay, well, didn't you say that this was this and you needed this and that you were thinking about this and you wanted this? Now what you're doing is regurgitating the information that's back to them. You're giving them feedback about, oh, I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, I did say that, and you were listening. Because I'm gonna tell you what, guys, I was really embarrassed when that manager, he said, Gary, are you really listening? And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm really listening, but I really wasn't. I was picking apart information. It's funny. I'll go to church and stuff, and I used to write notes and stuff. Well, what I was doing, I was missing things. And it was so funny because, the preacher was talking about missing, are you listening? Because we can miss things in our lives, guys. You may have a significant other, or maybe you got children. I'm guilty of this. I hadn't listened to my kid because I always wanted to be in charge. Now, today's my son's birthday. He just turned 20, and, I need to start listening to him. He's got music and stuff that I'm not really into and stuff that I don't like, but it means a lot to him, and it's important. My son's a musician, and there are cues that people give us, where they'll roll their eyes, or they'll just turn their head, or they'll just put their arms, across their chest, and they'll block you out. So if you're a salesperson or a customer service or a business owner, we owe it to ourselves to do everything in our power to be able to sell something, because we don't make the world go around unless somebody buys or sell, unless we sell something. But if you're actively listening, that means you're getting prepared. That means, if you have to take notes, because I do take notes sometimes when I'm with customers, because I need to remember things that they say, especially like their name, okay? If you can get their name, write it down real quick, okay? And then get back to listening. If they say a particular thing, pause for a second and say, hold on, I've got a short memory. I just need to make sure that I write this down because it's real important to you. And customers will look at you and they'll go, oh, really? He's listening to me. He's actually writing down what I'm saying. But what you're doing is you're preparing the customer, or the customer service person that you're talking to, or the person that you're doing business with. You're preparing them. You're letting them know that, hey, listen, what you have to say is important. And it really does matter. And a lot of times, you may not sell right off the bat. Like, say, for instance, you're giving features and benefits. And remember, it's not what's interesting to you. It's what's in it for the customer. They may hee-haw and say, no, I'm not interested. But listen, if you can regurgitate, which means just basically tell them, this is what you said. You said that you wanted this house to be blue. You were looking for something close to schools. You wanted something close to a park. Or a car. You did say you wanted black leather interior. You did say, and see, what you're doing is you're putting it back into their realm. Remember, active listening means you're listening. You're getting prepared. You're not looking at your watch. You're not looking, if you still have a watch, you're not looking at your cell phone every couple of seconds to see if somebody's sending you a text or message. You're actively listening. You're being a part of. You're doing something to stay focused. And listen, guys, it's hard to get a good customer. It's hard to sell stuff. And if you make it harder by not actively listening, getting prepared, and actually listen to the customer, you're going to miss a lot of great opportunities. And see, I had nobody ever told me that. So now I'm looking back at my life and I'm saying, man, how many times did I not actually listen to the customer? I was not prepared. I wasn't actively listening, and being in the moment. You got to be in the moment. You got to be in the moment, which means nothing else matters. The customer is the reason. They're customers. They're the most important thing right then and there, because, we work on this magic thing called commission. And if we don't sell something, we don't get paid. I don't care who you work for. You may get a little bit of a salary, but they ain't going to keep you if you don't listen to the customer and write the orders. And by the way, people will tell you what they like or what their dislikes are, and you don't start harping on stuff that they're not interested in. If you ask simple questions like, so far, what do you think? And they'll go, well, this or that. And so, did I hear you say that you wanted something in black, or did you say blue? I did say blue. Okay, so if we could get this for you in blue, would you like to go ahead and get it delivered tomorrow? And shut up. And actively listen, prepare to listen. They may give some rebuttals. They may say, well, I don't know, it could be the price, it could be the finance, it could be almost anything. But see, a lot of times those could be smoke screens too, guys. So you really do need to persevere and go through. And our topic for today is selling. Are you really actively listening? And if you aren't, are you really selling? Are you making money? Salespeople, we make the world go around, but we really have to prepare to listen to customers. We've got to look for those cues where customers will tell you what they like, what they want, what they dislike, what their desires are. And if we will just humble ourselves and listen, okay, remember, and give good feedback. You got to give good feedback, because if you pay attention to a customer, remember, don't you want to be, don't you want people to listen to you? So if you're sitting there in a customer service position at a call center or something, and people are talking to you or hee-haw and they're upset, give them their 10 minutes of fame, let them get frustrated and scream and yell. But you also need to make sure that you take notes, that you're listening to them actively and not doing something else and preparing for something else. If you're in front of a customer, you prepare for bear. You need to remember, we're not going to sell to everybody. It's a numbers game, and unfortunately that's just the way it works. But if you've got an active customer, one that's like listening to you because you're giving them a presentation, if you've ever talked to people and they don't listen to you, they're not actively listening, they're looking at other stuff, you need to say, oh, hey, by the way, and you need to catch their attention. This is why we're here today. So let me talk to you about what I can do to help you. And not about you guys. It's not about us. But if we want to sell more, we really do need to listen to our customers. We need to actively listen. We need to prepare. We need to stop, fidgeting and thinking about lunch and dinner and what we're going to do after this sale or our next sale. Oh, the commission I'm going to make. And if you're a business owner, guys, you really do need to listen to customers, because good customer service, it goes a long ways. And I've seen a lot of great business come and go, and I'm still here because I'm a salesperson. And you know what, guys? I really do need to actively listen better. I really do need to prepare. And so do you. And I hope this video will give you some insight, because this can help you make a whole lot more money. How much money have you lost or left on the table because you weren't listening? I'm just saying. And my name is Gary Lee Stanley. I am your sales guy. And today we just had a wonderful conversation about selling and how to make more money. We actively listen. We prepare. Okay, we prepare. We observe. The verbal and nonverbal cues of the customer. And giving feedback means that we regurgitate back what they said, not verbatim, but our gist of what they had to say. And I promise you, when you're paying attention and you listen, you'll make a whole lot more money. Okay, and get out there and sell something. But don't forget to ask for the order, because if you ain't selling. And today we just had a wonderful conversation about actively listening. That means we need to listen. I'm listening to you. So give me some feedback, give me some thumbs up, and please subscribe. And guys, listen to the videos more than 5 minutes. I tell you what, there's a lot of gold nuggets in these dear hills. Okay, in them there hills. Actively listening. Did you hear me? Okay, all right.